All right, hey everybody, welcome to the first ever episode of Book Jackets, where we find middle school students who love to read and see what their favorite book is so we can see what you might enjoy. So today I'm joined with the first special guest, Logan Dykes.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so Logan has chosen, actually very fitting and I think is a really interesting start, one of my favorite books as well, Fahrenheit 451. Okay, so this, if you are looking for this will be in the classic section, but it is technically a science fiction novel, a dystopian. Okay, so let's talk about the book. So what is this book about?
Well, just a basic summary. It's set in the future where firefighters, instead of putting out fires, they start fires, but they only burn houses with books in them because books are banned. It's basically... It follows the main character, Guy Montag, who is a firefighter. He meets a girl, and her parents, as a child, let her read books, but I think they got written down. And so Montag, he starts to figure out more about the system, and eventually starts to rebel. Now, this is why most people, I think, don't really like this book. They like it up to this point. Basically, instead of, just these two people taking down the entire hierarchy, they don't do that because that's improbable. But instead, they go off, they write their own books, and yeah, that's mostly it.
Oh yeah.
The basic summary.
Oh yeah, perfect. And devoid of spoilers, so there are still things in this book left to discover. There's actually a lot of things, and that's awesome. So what do you personally like about this book? What drew it to you?
Well, I feel like it's more of representing society as it is becoming today. More censorship.
Very much.
The government trying to take control. It just,
Oh yeah.
Relates.
And not just the government, but also people. And how people react and how people are becoming so blinded by entertainment and other things rather than thinking critically and deeply.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the book?
I gotta say the beginning, just the mystery about it all. It just kind of, it's good at world building. It's exemplary. So, but yeah, I just like the beginning. It's basically my favorite part.
Oh yeah. I think mine is when he's really digging into why, I think the part where he is on the train and he's trying to read, but he can't because of everything around him and he's just trying to focus and he can't. Really just kind of speaks to what's going on. What about your favorite character?
I think it's got to be Montag, just because he makes the perfect, just rebel. He's against conforming, but also it takes something to actually open his eyes fully. So, yeah, Montag.
Okay. Yeah, I think mine's Clarice, just because I think she's funny. I'm 17 and I'm crazy. Like that. What do you think we can learn from this book?
I think it teaches a lesson about not letting governments get too out of control and not letting the entertainment industry just go haywire and control everything.
Right, and thinking for ourselves and actually digging deep rather than being told what to think. So speaking of that, not letting governments get out of control, not letting people tell you what to think, this book is a dystopian. Okay, so that means that it's set in the future where something is terribly wrong, usually taking something that's true in the real world and bringing it to an extreme. And there are a lot of dystopian books in the library. We have some of the more classic ones like 1984. That's probably one of the most classic dystopians. But we also have some of the young adult dystopians like Divergent or The Hunger Games, Maze Runner, and they are all here. So what do you think how it connects to those types of books, the more young adult-ish style books?
I think it mostly connects to them by just basically what you said, taking one thing that is kind of more of a minor problem and taking it to the absolute limits. But I think it kind of shows more of connection with 1984 in which, both controlling governments, watching everything, and information is censored all the time, but yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So, great recommendation, Fahrenheit 451. 51, which is the temperature at which pages burn. Great recommendation, and we have plenty of dystopians. If you like books and like stories where people are fighting against the system, where they're trying to stop oppression, where they are trying to figure out a way to make a better world because the world's gone crazy, those are the types of books they are. So this has been Book Jackets, where we talk about the buzz about reading. And so I have been Mr. Austin, your media specialist, and our special guest, Logan Dykes. Until next time, see you soon.